Hey, Sissy. Hello.
Hi.
We're in, is it Chicago O'Hare?
Yep, we're in Chicago O'Hare.
Chicago O'Hare Airport right now. Currently waiting for Narita, the plane for Tokyo Narita to arrive so we can get on and leave. Probably going to go to a local McDonald's in the airport real quickly soon to have lunch. Other than that, though, nothing really major. For right now, though, I guess we'll continue this in the next clip or picture or whichever one this is going to go to. So, yep. Say hi again.
Bye.
It was a dark and stormy day in Chicago. Wait. Nope, sorry. Wrong story. Not right. It was a nice and lovely day when we left on the plane for Narita from Chicago O'Hare to Tokyo. During that time, we saw many places from our little seat in the plane. Finally, we arrived in Tokyo and saw various things like this in front of the lobby of our hotel room before taking a selfie of us in the hotel room because why not? Afterwards, though, we decided to finally fall asleep because we were really tired. Hey guys, we're currently looking at the fish market, the Tsukiji,
Tsujiki.
how do you say it?
I think it's Tsujiki.
Okay, Tsujiki food and fish market. It's not going to be open until 9 to the public, so we've been looking through there we go, at the various buildings and that kind of thing around the fish market, and then we've and then we've been at a shrine, shrine, not a temple, a shrine, that was nearby. So that's what we're currently doing. We're going to be going to the fish market really soon, I'm sure. For now, though, we're just going to wait until it's 9, and then we're going to go. So, see you guys in the next clip.
Bye.
While waiting for the Tsukiji fish market to finally open and look around, we decided to just simply stroll around the place looking at various elements of the town. But the Tsukiji fish market finally opened.
Oh, look at those are pretty.
Yeah, those are really nice. Actually, those fish seem rather clean. Crab. This place is really big, huh, Sissy? This is nifty. What is this? Oh. What kind of fish do you think it is?
I don't know.
That's all nifty. Only at the fish market. Oh, is he? No. Just doing something like that. Yep. You see those crabs moving, guys? Those crabs are actually living. Wow. Yeah. Finally, we went and explored some parts of Tokyo, ranging from areas like the street to the big old Tokyo Tower, which looks a lot like the Eiffel Tower, only a lot more redder. We headed up to the observation deck to have a look at the skyline of the city, before heading down to look at this. Yes, that is a temple down there, and we went and explored it. It is huge. Very huge. So huge, in fact, that, well, even the smaller buildings are kind of big by comparison. Heck, even the gate is huge. I mean, look at that beast right there. It is amazing. Disregarding my amazement, Zozoji, as this temple is known, was a very interesting place to go. Hey, it's me and the cherry blossoms. Yep, the cherry blossoms were out and about so much that even it couldn't compare to the amount of people that were there. You know what? Let me retract that statement about there being far less people than there were cherry blossoms. Yes, and while my attempts to be funny during this little trip where, well, you can decide that for yourself, we went to that big building behind there, was the Ueno Park Museum, where, after seeing the umbrellas in the front, we figured out they tried to keep the moisture out so that way it doesn't screw around with this. In general, the museum had a lot of interesting things, such as like this little Buddha statue right here, a writing box, which is what this is supposed to be, and just a bunch of other various interesting trinkets, like this. I will be honest, I have no idea what this is, so you should probably ask my sister what it is. And of course, the swords! Yes, there was a lot of swords there. A lot of interesting little blades and the various little pieces that go along with it, like these little protection hilts, that kind of thing. And of course, the bunnies. Yes, there were actually a couple bunnies around in the museum, including like from that little black thing to this white bunny right here. All of them very interesting. Speaking of which, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah! Continuing on our journey, we ended up hopping a train straight to Sensoji, which usually begins with this. Yes, that is a big gate with a very, very big lantern. A very huge lantern, in fact. So huge, in fact, that yes, you could fit people under there, and probably in it. It was really cool. Exploring the rest of Sensoji, including stuff like this, we ended up going afterwards straight to somewhere else, which I highly consider is one of my favorites. Akihabara is essentially Otaku Central, having many things including action figures, manga, video games, and various other little elements that are really, really interesting. Yes, you can probably see Bloodborne in the background there, yes. I'm waiting for that game. We explored Akihabara, looking at all the various things, before finally we decided to stop at a KFC. Yes, that is me standing in front of a KFC. I'm out to have chicken. After a little adventure in Akihabara, we ended up jumping on a train going straight for Mount Fuji, including stopping at various other places, like this little shrine with, well, a lot of stairs, and a really nice view of Mount Fuji. That was tiring, but at least it was worth it. We took the Mount Kachikachi Railway right up to this mountain to have another nice look at Mount Fuji, and of course, take a selfie. It was a really nice place, to be honest, and it even had some nice food. Note, Sissy didn't exactly like it as well as I thought she would. Afterwards, we returned to Tokyo to have a nice little stop at Shibuya and see its many lights and huge crowds, yes. And, of course, the Hachinko statue, aka best dog in the world. After Mount Fuji, we were ready for Kyoto, but something went wrong.
Why are you feeling heartbroken?
Because the train just left, and I have no idea why. I thought it was a train from this house.
Ruh-roh.
What the heck?
まもなく米原です。降り口は左側です。東海道線、北陸線はお乗り換えです。米原を出ますと、次は京都に停まります。
Traveling 284 miles from Tokyo to Kyoto, we finally arrived in Kyoto to head straight for our ryokan, which, by the way, the room looks like this. Yes, rather minimalist, don't you think? Very nice, very nice. Having the tubs that can fit me inside. My tub cannot fit me back at home. We went to the Nishiki market, exploring all kinds of things, having a look at all the foods, all of the interesting stuff they had, and buying a couple things on our way out before finally returning to the ryokan to watch this.
So the answer's where the tables go.
Huh?
So the answer's where the tables go.
Oh.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou.
After a little stay on the ryokan, we went to Arashiyama to have a look at the bamboo groves. And oh boy, was the bamboo actually rather interesting. It was really pretty that day, in fact. So pretty that we even took another selfie. Selfies. We continued exploring various parts of Kyoto, looking at just the pure beauty of the place. I mean, this place was really pretty. Look at that. That is just beautiful. It was really pretty that day. And we really had a nice little time just walking around and having a look at various things. One of those places that we really had a look at was Kinkakuji, otherwise known to us as the Golden Pavilion. We ended up taking a couple pictures here, having a nice little look at various parts of the temple in general. And it was just a really nice place to be. It was really, really cool. And of course, like always, they have these little Buddhist incense prayer. The next day afterwards, we were starting to explore Kyoto again, going under the biggest archway I've ever seen to head to the Heian Shrine, doing funny poses on our way in. The Heian Shrine, by the way, is this. It is a really massive building with a very huge plain, and it was just really nice. After our brief visit at the shrine, we ended up stopping at the Kyoto Handicraft Center where we got a lot of our stuff before moving on to Nanzenji. This very huge temple that, unfortunately, I didn't really go into because I was getting really tired and I had to sit down for a minute. And many other places we ended up visiting, all the meanwhile seeing smaller things like this. On the final day in Kyoto, we ended up visiting Fushimi Inari, a very large shrine that I really wanted to see because it is awesome. If the fact then that the foxes in the front don't impress you, then oh boy, will the gates in the back definitely do that for you. I mean, if this one doesn't impress you first of all, then this many will. That's right. Right behind the actual shrine itself is a series of walkways made out of a bunch of archways. All of these made with specific inscriptions on them that are very awesome.
後ろ私が進まへんかったら進まない。
Some really it's really long. Like if you just look out through the thing there, you can see the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
It's really cool. Like, you gotta wonder how long it took for them to put all these in.
A long time, I would imagine.
It seems we've reached the On our way out of Fushimi Inari, we stopped at a couple little side stores that were selling food. Each of these had some rather unique little items, ranging from, of course, things that looked similar to what Sissy ate at the ropeway to this. Dear Lord, it looks like a choking fish. And finally, catching a train to Osaka, we decided to make one last stop at a certain place, Osaka Castle. A marvel of Japanese engineering, we had a nice time exploring what this castle was like during the modern day. Of course, though, all things must come to an end.
So, final thoughts.
Japan has been very great. It's been awesome. It has been an awesome trip. But I am exhausted. And with those parting words, we finally left Osaka to Kansai and got on a plane back for LAX, which is again a terrible airport. So that is the end of our Japan trip. I hope you enjoyed it. And now for a little final bonus. Oh, me and my gaming obsessions.
目に呼ばれて男たちは向かう